Hey everybody, it's Cheryl, Off Leash K9 Training, and lately I've had a bunch of inquiries about how to get their dog over separation anxiety. So I just have written a bunch of emails and posted some written word, and now I'm going to do a short video so I can send this out to folks if they're interested in how to do it. So this is what I do. I have these 3 dogs, Maggie, who has a tendency to whine and go towards separation anxiety. I have Moji over there, who's pretty good in the crate. And then we have Mitra down here, who also has a tendency to be whiny and not necessarily like being left in the crate when other people are outside. But this is how my day works. It's very structured and highly routined. And being in the crate is part of their training sessions. So this is what I do. In the morning, I come down. I let each one out of the crate when they're calm. I ignore them until they're calm. Then I walk up to their door and I open it. If they come barging out, I shut it on them and they go back in, and until they're sitting down, giving me really good eye contact, then I say, okay, and let them out. I do that for each one, and then I do it at the front door, and then they go out for their potty. I bring them back in and have a very structured feeding routine. And if you don't know what I mean by that, check out my YouTube video on feeding protocols. Then after that, I take one at a time for about a 20 to 30 minute like solo obedience training time, whether it's working on place command or structured walking or recalls, whatever it is. They get about 20 to 30 minutes of one-on-one time with me in a highly structured routine. The other 2, meanwhile, are in their crates with the door shut. Then I bring the one back in and I bring another out. So I think you get the picture. So maybe an hour and a half has gone by. Each dog has been out for about a half an hour, and the other ones have been in for about 60 minutes. You don't have to have multiple dogs to do this, but this is how it looks with multiple dogs. After that three training sessions or that hour and a half time period, then they all come out for some socialization and play and more potting and what have you. And then they all go back in the crate, like right now. So that's where I am in the day. They've all been out for 20 to 30 minutes each. They've had some play, and now they're chilling out in the crate. I right now have the doors open because I'm working on duration in Kennel Up. So if you haven't done this with your dog, if you're just putting them in there expecting to go to work for 5 or 6 hours and have them be fine, and their tendency is to be anxious anyway, you're setting them up for failure. So I suggest to you to take a chunk of time off of work, whether it's like a week, so then you have 2 weekends, 9 days total, and do a very structured routine. This routine I just explained, I do it at least twice, but usually 3 times a day. So they get in this mode of working, then playing and potting, and then being in the kennel. And being in the kennel is part of the training. It's the relaxation time. It's the time to recuperate and have a nap like you see these dogs doing. And after some time of that, after I can do this in 2-3 days with a dog and get him over it, it might take you 2 or 3 weeks. But if you take some time off of work and really focus, you're going to get a big jump start on it. After, a week's worth of this kind of training, if they're still whining, then you can try to do some disrupting of them in their crate. And to be honest, if these guys are whining, I am saying nope all the time and banging on the crates. I don't give them any attention that's positive whatsoever when they're whining in the crate. When I come down in the morning, if they're whining, I don't let them out until they've calmed down and settled. So do some interrupting and some banging on the crate and using some firm nopes to try to, startle them out of their whining session that they're getting themselves worked up in. But overall, what really works is this structured routine that I do over and over each day for many days in a row. And part of that is kennel time. That is part of the training. Don't forget that. I think people do. All right. I hope this helps y'all. And if you have more questions, please send me an email or message me. Bye. It's Cheryl, Off Leash K9 Training. Have a great day.